Being in fear is a choice. It is an undesirable place to be and opens the doors to a wide array of adverse energies to enter your being. When fear enters you, it is felt in the heart. It leaves a trail of energy that reverberates throughout your body and your soul in ways that make you want to get rid of it, and in ways that cause you to act in a capacity that undermines the love you're capable of projecting. I want to avoid looking at fear and love through a lens of duality. Although we must draw lines that separate the two from one another and understand the opposite ends of the spectrum they're in, they play separate but necessary roles throughout our spirit life journey. This is especially relevant if you have awakened and are finding yourself in the book of life. Let's begin by taking a look at the role organic portals play in our lives. I've often referred to them as our true teachers. We share a consciousness with them because we interact with them, and our realities are influenced by their presence. For a moment, step back and consider our consciousness as a big ocean. In the ocean, there are many forms of marine life. While each is different from the other, they exist in the same ocean. Let's take a look at the behavior of sharks. Sharks have a sense of smell that is fine-tuned to detect blood. When there is blood in the water, there's food for sharks. The scent of blood will attract sharks from very far distances. Even if the shark is not hungry and has no immediate need for food, the shark will still find a way to the scent of blood because it is instinctively seeking it. The stronger the scent, the more sharks will be attracted to it. The presence of blood will create an energy field that will send a strong signal to sharks that a source of nourishment is there. We exist in the same ocean of consciousness organic portals operate within. Organic portals bear an archonic presence, and archons receive the same nourishment from fear-based energies. When we feel fear, it is projected into the consciousness we share with organic portals. They are drawn to it since they host archons, and archons nourish themselves with fear-based energies. This is no different than a shark seeking the smell of blood. Have you ever noticed a disappointing outcome you experienced during a day will often lead to a series of disappointing outcomes that follow it? Murphy's Law was likely created to help us understand this. Think of the person who goes to work in the morning and falls to the ground as they're walking across the office. They get up and are in pain. Later that day, they're told they aren't a good fit for the company and are being let go. They arrive home to find rain has leaked a bunch of water into their living room. Those events are seemingly unrelated, but they occurred during the same day and under circumstances that are not readily apparent to the person experiencing them. On a spiritual level, an exchange of energy has occurred. One or several entities were nourished at the expense of someone suffering. If you have awakened and are finding yourself in the book of life, understand that you are not exactly at a desirable space on the archonic food pyramid. The energy you project is probably the last thing a starving archon would want to see on their plate. We can use disappointing outcomes as reasons to express gratitude to organic portals, who are our true teachers. If something adverse occurs to you, take note of how it materializes in your heart and turn that feeling of what could be fear into a feeling associated with accomplishment. It's because you have learned. Use it as a sign that you have transcended yet another obstacle that has been put before you. Keep in mind that archons dwelling in organic portals will eventually want nothing to do with you because you are of no value to them. They will not steer their host toward you because they will not receive anything desirable in return. As more people awaken, there will exist less energy for archons, and the supply of nourishment for archons disintegrates. The existence of fear by default will disintegrate as well. That's all for now. Be well, sun gaze, and reject fear.